Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe God, people in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like weed, people who cannot think outside the box. So, listeners, discretion is advised. So I try to get as many people off of here as possible by talking near the 1 minute or 2 minute mark. So I just gotta. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast, you put it down below. My videos are unique. My videos are cringy sometimes throughout, but there's a method to my madness. I am not interested in the masses of asses, but only the elite. The elite are the richest in the world because they know what I do. Okay, they are psychologically astute in their mind, and they knew who I am in this body. So I'm not just talking to humans in the human form. I'm also talking to lizard beings and species of other galores, which are far more intelligent than human beings, because human beings incubate for like about 9 months. And I keep repeating myself over and over again. I don't like when most people listen to me. Most people are idiots. But I know how to make people laugh. I know how to make people cry. I'm an expert at that. I've been in jail for like fucking 70 fucking motherfucking years, man. What are you thinking? What are you doing here, man? What are you doing? Do you think I'm gonna sound like that even though I was born and raised in New York? People say, you don't have the accent of New York. I say, of course not. Why would I sound like a bunch of fools who's religious, okay? Liberals are everywhere. Liberalism is a mental disease. Michael Savage said it, okay? But anyway, let's go on with the topic now here. I just wanted to talk to y'all guys about what I wanted to talk about really is how your life is forfeit if your life is not special. If your life is just as a parasitical as it can be, and you're not really benefiting no one in society, and you're rich and you're making over $20,000 to $30,000 a year, and you're just living in a bubble, you're gonna die. It's not very hard to understand that. And no matter who it is, okay, you know, so most of society are idiots anyway. So let's talk about the subject. Here we go. The subject for today's topic will be. I'm trying to sound like Julia Childs. Okay, I loved her, man. When her voice back in the '80s, I used to watch her cook and put the butter in the pan and shit and stir it up. Do you know who the fuck I am? Y'all better come correct and come clean. Come correct. I sound incoherent for a reason. Goddamn it. But anyway, we are going to talk about what marriage really means. Okay, and how can it be improved? Okay. Alright, so I got a little paper pad tab here. And when people come into my streams, I recommend that you do have a piece of paper and pencil because you're going down the rabbit hole. And most people are very boring, okay, if they don't have a personality or charm. So they'll turn into incels or feminists or MGTOW or red pill, okay, some shit like that. And let's continue on here. Did you know in marriage, men are more forgiving than women? Okay? These are little facts I wrote down, okay? So, since men are more forgiving, they should be offered more in the court of law. But that's not the case because they're using dark psychology. I told you before, the matriarch works two ways. Either you're going to spend a whole lot of money on a lawyer, which you really don't need to do that, or you're going to try to prevent yourself from getting yourself in trouble as a good man because you're following the rules and regulations of marriage while she is not. So again, I'm not hating on women. Okay, I'm gonna go down the list of things and we can fix some things because I'm also talking about what marriage really means to the world, to women, as a matter of fact, women in particular. Okay, and to men, it really just means the family, production, reproduction, and business. But if they don't have order in their life, then guess whose fault that is? It's mostly a woman's fault. There you go. You knocked it down. You knocked it down. And how can it be improved? So since we already know that women do more divorces, eventually it will fall on their own head. They are the ones who feed off the government more than the male do. So we got men in the street. We got men who lose houses. We got men who lose cars. Let's continue on here. We'll solve all problems, okay? Right? We'll solve all the problems. Just be patient here. Women are more fickle. Yes, there we go. So most of the time when you hear women who are going through multiple divorces and shit like that, You know, it's the women who cause these problems, not the men. Men don't really want to be alone. Okay, they don't want to get a divorce. They want to try to work it out. So really, so they run to the court so they let the white daddy handle it. But the white daddy uses dark psychology. But let's continue on out here. Okay, multiple divorces. People who have multiple divorces. If a man has multiple divorces, then you know something's wrong with him because he didn't learn nothing from women. He didn't have a good lesson. I got married because I'm only going to do it once. I will never get married again. So I'm going to say never, never, okay? Because I actually traveled to Ethiopia and got a virgin and shit. And the voices told me, hey, you better get married and get the fuck out of here. So that will never happen again. Okay, so next time I have to leave the bitch back there, okay? So I'll support her from out there because I know how women are fickle and I will not trust it from a dime. I can't, rice, as much as you can say white on rice. Never. I would never trust it. Nope, that's gone. So I teach men how to keep them over there, even if the voice tells you, okay. But my voice told me to learn me a lesson so I can benefit. So I'm benefit off of my woman suffering because of her incompetence. So that's another subject for another day. Multiple divorces are usually caused by multiple women, for better or for worse. Most women ignore that. They ignore that because they're thinking business in their minds. Okay, so let's continue on out here. Okay. It's not about love, because love is it's a humble thing. It's a you put up with a lot of shit thing. You keep doing it, and you try to work it out. You try to find ways to communicate with your husband if your husband's beating you over the head. My wife knew me for like 5 years before I got with her, okay? And I made sure that she was a goddamn virgin, okay? I know what a virgin looked like, and I know what it feels like. All right, now let's continue on out here. Marriage is a business for most women. She broke her vows. I said that ceremonies are better than a promised marriage, okay? Ceremonies are not going to hurt a man, okay? Because if I go into a relationship, and I get you pregnant, I got a plan. Because you know how men are more kinder. And, you know, there's a lot of dogs out there, but most of the time the dogs are just high-level, highly attractive fools and shit. Average looking men want to take care of things more likely than highly attractive men, okay? So we know that psychology is true. Women choose the wrong men because of money and appearances. So let's continue on out here. Since we know that's a fact, okay, let's take out the government. If you take out the government, okay, right, then the woman won't be no longer want to think about marriage. There's no incentive on getting marriage. Though there is some incentives, but I didn't really notice how it helps a man, okay? You know, there's really no incentive for a man to protect himself. They got to sign a prenup. I ain't signing all that shit. I'd rather kill the bitch, okay, right? You know, if you don't have, you could destroy your house. You could just, there's so many things you can do to a woman, because you play chess. And I already told you guys before, you don't have to deal with that bullshit. You tell her what you want in the front up, and she tried to take a shortcut. Boyfriends, you know what to do, right? You play chess with the bitch, okay? Because I play chess with everybody, okay? But anyway, let's continue on here. No need for prenups. Prenups is usually for the woman, okay? It's like a collateral damage type thing, and I recommend that guys just stop filling it out and just talk to the woman through fear and tactics, and just be professional about it, because you don't want to be all over the place and somebody saw you screaming at your woman. Like a little while ago, I saw people, a man fighting with his wife and shit like that, and I'm like, do that shit inside if you can. Don't express yourself outside. If somebody see you, they're gonna be bearing witness. Okay, so keep that shit indoors, man. You know how it is with women. They act like children. So I'm not saying all women. I never said all men. Okay, remember this. I said most. I use a goddamn verb when I talk. Okay, let me see. Polygyny is the key for everything. If women actually thought about polygyny from the jump, okay, this man is attractive. This man has this. I want to share this man. They don't think like that. Women don't think like that. Men already have other women on their mind. That's just from the jump. It's just the divas out there and the alpha queen bitches and shit who says, oh, no, you're not allowed to have it. But I'm allowed to have it. See, the alphas have got that manly testosterone in their ass, right? Okay? And 9 times out of 10, a man has to have the foundation just to get married, okay? You got to have some sort of nuts and bolts moving up there, okay? And the women don't really have no nuts and bolts up there. It's just about money, okay? So you got to make a foundation for yourself, man, okay? And so how can it be improved? Eliminate marriage, okay? It's not really hard to do. Eliminate marriage and eliminate the possibility of she trying to scapegoat and do hearsay in the court of law. And I said this time and time again, I just write down little notes. It's not really that hard. So what else is there to say, okay? Marriage is for better or for worse. If there's no money, okay, there's no honey, okay? That's how women think, okay? And what happens is it should start off with the man being strong enough to say to a woman, I would like a polygynous relationship from the beginning, okay? so we can have a bigger family. It's not just about you, okay? And if you want to do this, then I'm going to do this. You got to tell females these things. When you tell them that, the courts won't have a way of touching you. They just won't, because you got plans set up in motion. You know, if you go to jail because of false allegations or some shit, you got to plan for that shit. You got to think real deep and hard. You got to think real deep and hard with Me Too movement type females, feminist movement type females, planning and scheming type females. Most of the blame comes on women, okay? Now, there are some occasions where women are abused. Yeah, sure. But if the man already made that foundation, there is no abuse, okay? So 9 times out of 10, if you go into a relationship ignorant, okay, and you're a man, okay, you may be unintentionally abusing that woman, okay? And I keep telling y'all guys all the time, put the foundation down there. Write it all down. If this happens, da-da-da. If I don't get this, this is going to happen. You know, make a trade-off, because love is nothing but more than a business. Okay? That's how most people really think in their mind, okay? A man thinks differently, however. A woman thinks like this, okay, does he have enough money? Yeah. Most of the time, women in other countries don't even think about your personality. They think about how can you support them. Okay, while men is thinking, oh, that booty gonna be nice. I want to reproduce as much as I can. But if you want to reproduce and you're a real good man, make sure you have some foundational placements. Because I'm starting to see a lot of guys, Dr. Dre and his wife want to sue him for like 400 million. He's worth 800 million. I'm not, no, you don't get no money, bitch. You don't get no money. No money like that, honey. No, you got to stay, or you got to find another sister. No, there's no such thing. I guys, and understand this: if a woman takes that much money, that's like death. Back in those days, in Italian mafia and shit, if a woman does some shit like that, they chop off her tits, they chop off her arms, they chop off her fingers, and those women were more loyal back then. So if y'all guys start losing discipline, you're gonna be losing yourself. You're gonna be losing your sanity, you guys. That's why I got my own shit, because I already told you. I set shit up like playing chess. I want her to call the cops after I give her a black eye. Okay, I ain't gonna be in jail that long. I'm kind of mentally ill and shit. You already know I'm kind of mentally ill. That's my lethal weapon. That's my last resort. Okay, goddamn it. You gotta set shit up. Set shit up, you guys. But what else is there to say about that? Okay, people gotta learn how to marry themselves. Because I married myself a long time ago. I knew better not to get married, okay? So I was like, will my wife do this even though she was a virgin? And some guy told me this. Some guy told me, virgins are more likely, 10 times likely to be a higher chance of being a whore. I said, I know that. I know that, motherfucker. I told you this before. I was an ex-gigolo. I've been taught this before I met my wife. Okay, remember that. I've been told this. I let her go around and think she's going to be fresh all of the time. Okay, I always make her think that way. I put her down on purpose when she don't have nothing in common with me. That's what I do. I'm lethal with women. If you don't respect me, you don't compliment me, you don't give me nothing to feel like a king, what do you think I'm gonna do to you? Bitch. Okay, I'm gonna do some crazy shit to your ass. Because she telling me I'm hers and all this other shit overseas. I'm not hurt. I've talked to plenty of females. I saw many of them. This is not karma. This is what I want, okay? So how can it be karma when I'm setting it up? So people got to learn how to marry themselves. Okay? If you marry yourself first, you'll have more plans and strategies. Y'all guys got to learn how to be alone. Because women are usually not alone. But other than that, when women are not alone, please understand that they are riding the cat carousel. Always think that they are going to be riding the cat carousel. Okay, and never sleep with a female who's already have been riding the cock carousel. And I told you about the importance of virginity a little while ago. So let's follow me there, and let's go on the virginity part. You don't want to be sticking your dick when another man has already been. That's nasty. And once it happens, she's cursed. She doesn't understand the spiritual value about that virginity. Okay, now here we go. That's all I really wanted to say, you brothers and sisters of light and dark. So we covered almost every fundamental basis. It doesn't benefit the marriage, does not benefit men. We have to completely eradicate marriage unless it benefits men, the person who actually started the car. I'm like, if she could find a fucking proof of she recorded you and you cheated and shit and you made an agreement from the beginning, okay, then you're screwed, okay? You should never cheat, okay? You should always tell a female, hey, I'm liable, most likely to cheat. And you got to put that shit in paper. Everything has to be contractual agreement right then and there. I think it should be like that from the jump. Most people are not qualified to be married or even to be parents. I'm highly qualified to be parent because I have been doing studies for years on children, and I've been around hundreds of children, goddammit, because of my past. But most of y'all have not none of those things. You don't have any experience. All right? So please understand that we must abolish marriage, okay? Now they want to abolish the fucking police now. You know, liberals are fucking hilarious. I'm like, yo, okay. Okay, if you want to, you know, we building arms. We're going back to the Civil War time. We're going back to medieval times. That would be a great fucking idea. There will always be some positive benefits for not having cops around. Don't you think we go back to the Wild Wild West, motherfucker? I'll kill your ass, okay? Oh my fucking God. It will be so fucking fun. The only problem is that if a whole bunch of, like, the Italian mafias gang up on you, or the KKK start coming to your house, what are you going to do when they coming for you? Right, motherfucker? What you gonna do when they start coming for you? The KKK, you know, what you gonna be fighting? Okay, you gonna be a slave. Which one is it gonna be? Okay, you gonna be a sacrificial piece like Mahatma Gandhi? Okay, what you gonna do? Okay, when the rock comes down on you, okay. He's such a terrible actor, Dwayne Johnson. Such a terrible actor, including Kevin Hart. Yeah, but anyway, not Jack Black. Now Jack Black is hilarious. He's completely on another scale of those two. But other than that, that's another topic for another day, okay? So, other than that, I love you all, but I hate the many of you, okay? I love animals more than human beings, but I do not fuck the animals. And that is how we can fix this thing with the marriage and how we can improve on it. But the only way to improve on marriage is to eliminate it. And y'all have a nice motherfucking day. Peace.